Hey guys, it's Lizzie. So a couple people requested a while ago that I make a video on financing and saving money. So the number one thing that I really recommend is if you are a teenager and you have a summer job is having a savings account. You can't control the situations that happen to you, but you can be prepared for whatever does happen. I have this savings account that I'm not touching until I graduate from undergrad. And I really recommend that you guys have the same thing. You have a savings account that you never touch except in extreme situations where you're in an emergency. I can't even think of an example. I mean, like, the only thing I can really think of is if, like, at the end of the month I really needed to go buy contact solution and I didn't have any money and I was getting paid the next day and I needed contact solution that night, then I could, like, temporarily take money out of it and then replace it with my new paycheck. You want to have a cushion of money so that in the future, if you ever don't have enough money, then you won't be bankrupt and you won't have to borrow money. Since I am paid from Google based on, like, ad revenue, it's a lot different than any other, like, employment opportunity. And so something that I picked up on is that as I make more money, I can't just keep putting like $50 into my savings account each month. I have to make it, like, proportional to how much I'm making. The other thing that I'm really involved in is ending third world poverty, which I made a whole video about that you can click on and go watch later. It'll open a new window. But that's something that's very important to me. And I was recently reading Crazy Love by Francis Chan, and he was talking about how you shouldn't be giving God your leftovers. And so what I would do in the past, whenever I felt like donating, I would just, like, donate. And so after reading that book, it kind of made me realize that at the beginning of the month, instead of putting money in my savings account, I should immediately make a donation. And that's something that I really recommend. Instead of waiting till the end of the month and seeing, like, how much money you have left over, instead at the beginning of the month, like, giving money to God. Another really good thing to do is for 1 month to record everything that you are purchasing. For my econ class, we actually had to do this as an assignment, and it was a really good thing. All I did was make like an Excel document, and I put, like, the date in one column and then, like, what I was buying. And since you guys aren't doing this for an assignment, you can just write down in a notebook, like, every time you buy something, or, like, on a note in your iPhone. And then at the end of the month, look through it and kind of see what you're spending the most money on. If you actually calculate, like, what percentage of your income you're donating to charity, what percentage of your income you're spending on makeup, you can kind of look at that and then decide what you need to change. I really don't, like, go out and, like, get food that often because my family is very into, like, making your own food. And so I know that, like, even in college, I'm on my meal plan and I'm not going to be going out to eat all the time. And so I think if you get in the habit of not going to restaurants, then you're just going to save a lot of money. Another thing that people waste money on is coffee. Whenever I go to Starbucks, which is maybe like once every 2 months, my coffee that I buy is like $5. And that adds up so much. If you actually don't buy, like, 2 coffees a week, so only like 5 days a week get coffee, you can have, like, more than enough money to sponsor a World Vision kid or a Compassion kid. That's just where you pay to feed, clothe, give medical care, education, and shelter to a kid in a third world country. I only go clothes shopping maybe twice a year, and I went at the beginning of summer and I went at the beginning of the school year, and that was kind of it. I really like going to Plato's Closet and Target and Forever 21. I feel like those are, like, cheap places where you can get really cute clothes. If you're a teenager, most of your clothes you're going to either grow out of or they're going to, like, go out of style really soon. And so it's just not a good idea to be, like, going to really expensive designer stores and spending a lot of money on stuff. I don't spend much money on jewelry or makeup. I do have, like, essential makeup things that I buy, but my concealer, my eyeliner, my eyebrow pencil, my eyeshadow primer, that'll last for a year. And then the only stuff that I'm buying on, like, a continual basis is mascara and powder, which is like $8 each. So I only go, like, makeup shopping, like, over summer, and then I'm supplied for the whole year. And then something that I do is that at the end of the month, if I have any extra money, that goes into my savings account. And actually, when I turn 18, my birthday's on July 22nd, I am able to open my retirement account, and then I can additionally put, like, $200 into my savings account and $200 into my retirement account. Your retirement account is something else that you never want to touch because you actually get penalized if you don't touch the money before you're a certain age. For me, I don't have to have a specific budget percentage set out for certain things. I just automatically, like, make my donations, put stuff in my savings account, and then I have enough money for the rest of the month. And so if you can discipline yourself to not waste money, then I think you'll be fine. I love you guys so much, and I hope you have a lot of fun working at your summer jobs. Comment below where you are working this summer, and I will see you guys soon. Bye! That part.
So soft, deceitful, irritating, kept going on and on and on.
Forever. Loved it.
Amazing.
Wait, Jesus. Yay. Tuesday. Whatever.
Whatever.
Justice. Crazy. Obsessive.